I said, the other day, Protaku82 posted a very good video on, the subject being my history as a gamer. Personal history, what is it, your personal history as gaming. And after I posted a response to it, atarileaf saw my response and he posted a response as well. And then he had a very good follow-up question of his own that he came up with, and let me make sure I get it worded just right. What got me into retro gaming? And I'll put a link up to Protaku82's My History as a Gamer, and atarileaf's what got me into retro gaming, and definitely leave video responses to both of those questions on those individuals' videos. Well, I reckon the best way to start on what got me into gaming retro gaming is, when, for those of us, that all those years ago that, were into what's now retro gaming when it was, wasn't retro, the first question is, when did I get out, what were those circumstances? And I had my Color Computer 3 that I got in 1986 that still ran, the Color Computer games that I got in 1982. And I ran it, played games on it well up into the early 90s. As I got more and more into the PC, I fired it up less and less. But I know that it was setting right where it is now as late as 1996. When I got the computer that today, that eventually became my Windows 98 machine. I had DOS and Windows 3.1 on it then. But I don't actually think I took it out of service, and I think it's still set on the shelf. I'm not completely positive, but I know at least sat there at least through 1996, and I think it sat there through 2001. Played occasionally, and I know that in 2001, if it was still sitting there, that when I got my XP machine, that I put the Windows 98 machine from the main part of the desk over to this area, and I know that the Color Computer 3 was taken out of service at that time. So really, it hadn't been that many years ago that I was just still playing the classic games. And the short version of what got me into retro gaming was YouTube. I didn't get broadband access until just right about a year ago. Last part of January of last year, of '09, I got broadband, and I did a little of this and a little of that. And when I got on YouTube, and I noticed they had plenty of vintage commercials, so it stuck in my mind. It came into my mind to try the look for some color computer commercials, because I knew there were some on TV, but I never had, honestly, I can't remember ever seeing one on TV. So I looked and I found some, and that that got me motivated a little, and I got my Color Computer 3 out of storage, awfully dusty. Took the cover off, cleaned it up, and got it running. And then it was a few weeks after that until I finally got the disk drive up and running. Might have been as much as a month. And so I got the Color Computer 3 back, and was thankfully I tend to be a pack rat, and I've kept all my Color Computer stuff except for one or two things that I can't find. But I was playing the old games and getting back into it, and then I looked on eBay and I decided to see, maybe add to to branch out a little, and I considered a Commodore 64. But back 81, 82, sometime between the time that the Commodore 64 was announced and the time it was actually out, I mentioned in my History as a Gamer video that my brother had a OSI, High Scientific Computer, and we visited the dealer. I don't remember exactly why, but we were there at the dealer for some reason, and he had a VIC-20 up there because he was a Commodore dealer and was looking forward to the Commodore 64 coming out, not realizing, like none of the dealers did, that it was going to end up, largely being sold through Kmart, and that they were going to lose, that, what would have been a great computer for the dealers to have sold. But it was really only one day that I saw the games on a VIC-20, and I can't remember playing them. I know my brother did, and I think I just watched. But I was rather pleased with it. Thought it was a nice, colorful machine, and the games looked like fun. So I still had that memory. So the first thing that I got was the VIC-20, based on a single play of, a single day's playing. And, but mainly I got into it because of, just having my color computer and always enjoying it over the years and getting it back out and up running. And then the VIC-20. And then after that, I decided, well, maybe it was time to get a console because I had never had a console. I mentioned in the My History as a Gamer video that my cousin had an Atari 2600, so I'd played it some over at her house. And my brother, in the mid-'80s sometime, he got a 2600, when you could get cartridges, find them for $1 or $2, after the video console crash of the mid-'80s. And, I always wanted one, so I got the, a 4-switch wood grain. If I had to do it again, I'm glad to have that because, like I say, I saw those machines and a wood grain machine was one I wanted. If I had to do it again, I'd probably get an Atari 7800. It's more practical reason. It'll play all the 2600 games and the 7800 games. And, then after that, I just kind of meandered around, picking up the NES, which I never got. My youngest brother had one and that he gave to my cousin. And so I got a NES and a few games for it, and then I just kind of, was spending on time on eBay when I probably shouldn't have been, and picked up the Master System and picked up the Nintendo 64, and but it was, it was mainly, watching all the retro videos on YouTube that really got me back into video gaming, and definitely check out Protaku 82's My History as a Gamer and atarileaf's, I can't remember the title. I don't know why it won't stay in my mind. What got me into retro gaming? It's such a simple title to forget. But check out their videos and, and definitely, post video responses to them. And if you feel like commenting on this video, all comments are appreciated, and